Hello everyone, Noor here reporting for duty from home still. And today's episode is all about the beautiful sport of tennis and how a Colombian, through his vision, has been able to pave the way for underprivileged kids who want to learn how to play tennis and possibly compete on a professional level. Grab a snack and stick around. Hello everyone, welcome to LATV Fan Nation Quarantine Edition. Yes, we are still practicing social distancing, but we're geared up, ready to go. I got my computer, my Zoom, the camera. We are Gucci so far. This episode is special because we are finally focusing on one of my favorite sports, which is tennis. I grew up playing it back home in Colombia for as long as I can remember, and that is why today's guest fits the mold perfectly. Joining me right now is Gabriel Nieto, who is the founder of Mttc Tennis Academy in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Gabriel, welcome to LATV Fan Nation. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm great. I'm very happy to join you guys right now and ready for the good time to have right now.
Amazing. So this show is all about focusing on entrepreneurs, trailblazers in the sports world, and you definitely fit perfectly that part because you started this academy right here in the States and you happen to be from Colombia as well. So that makes me extra proud. How did this initiative start?
Basically, I came to LA 1990 to start, playing some tournaments, and then I had the opportunity to work with a program in Los Angeles, in the city of Carson. And I started with a program that it was just only for low-income kids that are very vulnerable in the city of East LA, Compton, Linwood. And I just fell in love with the teaching part. And I started doing some studies and programs and different courses to be able to become a tennis pro. And I did that with that program. It was called Safe Passage for about 10 years. And then I decided to come to Miami because we thought to travel all over the world in South America, it was better to be here for distance. So I came here in 2008. I started working with a program that it was already established in like 12 different parks and places and clubs. And then after that, I decided to open my own academy. I started with, one or two kids. One of them was my daughter. And then little by little, I grew up, and right now we have a very good, amount of kids and kids with very good level that we play not only here local, but we do it also in South America. We went to Europe to play some tournaments, so it's been very good so far.
Wow, you're quite the jet setters with everyone. That's great. What does Mttc stand for?
Okay, at the beginning when we thought about a name, we were looking for a place to have kids to train on a center. So I decided to call them Training Center, but the main thing for players who called me from different parts of the world was Miami. So my Mttc Tennis is Miami Tennis Training Center. So we have a webpage and everything, but the main thing was for the people outside to focus that it was going to be in Miami. So that's why we call it Miami Tennis Training Center.
Amazing. And is there an age requirement to be a part of the academy? A minimum or maximum?
We have programs from very, very little kids. We call it Tiny Tots. Or the program is called Quick Start, which is kids about 4, 5 to 6 years old, and they play only for 45 minutes. Then we have a program for juniors that are, training with a very good coaches to develop their best of tennis to go from that program to the high performance. We have program right now, for example, that kids to train only after school and kids that train all day. We have kids that play from 8:30 in the morning up to 3:30, and then we have a program academic that they go to a place very close to the academy to do the school virtual from 3 to 6, and then they just go home. So we have program for everybody. Then in the evenings, we have also adult programs or leagues, but it's very minimal. We concentrate a lot in kids between, let's say, 4 years old to like 18. And then after that, the players that, will become to play a better tennis, to play pro, to go to high school, to college. We just help them to go to it.
Wow, so you have a really broad spectrum. That's beautiful.
Right.
Finally, Gabriel, where can we find you on social media?
Our Instagram is Mttc_tennis, and Facebook is the same thing, Mttc Tennis Academy.
Awesome, Gabriel. Thank you so much. We're gonna go to a quick break, but when we come back, we're gonna be talking to the head coach who happens to be one of the OG players for Mttc Academy, Ricardo Pavone. So stick around. We'll be right back. Oh, and of course, follow us on social media. We are everywhere. LATV Networks on Instagram, LATV on Facebook, and our website. And of course, we have our app if you want to catch up to all our episodes from LATV Fan Nation. We'll see you in a minute.
We are the new kings, winning this fight tonight with our name lit up.
Welcome back to LATV Fan Nation Quarantine Edition. If you're just joining us, we are focusing on tennis, which is one of my favorite sports, with Gabriel Nieto, who is the founder of Mttc Tennis Academy in Pembroke Pines, Florida. And right now, we are joined by Ricardo Pabon, who happens to be the head coach and one of the OG players for this academy. Ricardo, welcome to LATV Fan Nation. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. So happy to be here and to share my experience, and I'm really happy.
We're so happy to have you here, especially the fact that you're also Colombian. So we got the Colombian gang today, which is even better. So tell us about your journey through Mttc Academy. How long have you been playing with them?
Well, my journey started when I was a kid. I dreamed to come to college. That was the biggest goal that I had. So in Colombia, I used to play tournaments, and my goal over there was to get the best national ranking that I could in order to have more chances to come to a university. And thankfully, thank God, I got the #1 position over there when I was playing. So I decided to come here with Gabriel and see in the academy the best opportunity that I could find to find a scholarship, and I did. So I came, we started training. We trained around 4 to 6 months prior to the big moment of my dream, which was getting the scholarship. So I did it, and I was able and lucky, I would say, in some sense, to get a good scholarship, really good scholarship in a great team here in the US, which was the university that I competed for 4 years and a half, and where I did my studies. So it was a really good experience. You know, the college environment, it's amazing, especially for kids in our countries that are looking for such a great opportunities. This country gives a lot of them, and a great chance to not only keep playing tennis in a high level, but also have an education.
That's great. And was it always in your vision to become a head coach eventually?
Well, yeah, I love tennis since I was a kid, so yes, this was my biggest dream, and I still, I still compete, so I'm trying to do both at the same time. Currently, I'm the #1 tennis player in Florida in singles in the rankings, and I also #1 mixed doubles player with one of our players in the academy, which her name is Juliana Nieto, and it's Gabriel's daughter. So we play together, and we were able to achieve also the #1 spot in the state, which is it's a great achievement. So yes.
Wow, so now I know who I can team up with whenever I want to play doubles. I'll just call you and fly over to Florida. That's great.
So like that, So I am in the academy. I help all of the kids that we have, but most importantly, or more often, I also serve as a hitter partner for the high performance kids. So in that way, I train with them, and I try to help them in the best way I can, advice or whatever they need to. But we do everything for everybody in the academy, so I'm also involved in all the areas. But yeah, it's an amazing experience. I'm so happy to be with Gabriel and his academy.
What about the weather conditions in Florida? Is that something that plays against you guys?
I mean, it goes both ways. Sometimes when we play kids that are not from here, it usually goes to our favor, but training in those conditions is really tough. Florida is a really hot place and also really humid, so it makes us difficult to prepare. But on the other hand, when we travel outside and when the kids travel outside to tournaments in wherever they're going to go, it's an advantage because not all the people can train in these conditions, so it's really good.
You guys are pro levels whenever you're in a different condition. It's like, we've been through hell and back. This is a walk in the park for us. So that's an advantage in hindsight.
Yes. Difficult conditions, but we try to do the best we can to fight through it and find the best we can, the best way to improve and get better every day.
That's amazing. Ricardo, can you please remind us where we can find you on social media, your website?
Yes, I mean, my Instagram is Ricardo P.18, like number 18, and in Facebook it's just Ricardo Pabon. You can find me there. So basically, yes.
Amazing, Ricardo. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was an honor. I would love to play with you eventually, not against you, but with you on my side of the court. So we'll see about that. Hopefully we can see each other again. And stick around, because when we come back, we're going to be talking about a very young talent, Jorge Pastor, who is only 18 years old, but he's such a promise. And right now he's part of the Mttc Tennis Academy. So stick around. We'll be right back. Remind you to follow us on social media, LATV Networks on Instagram, Facebook, and our app. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome to LATV Fan Nation Quarantine Edition. We are focusing on tennis today, the white sport. And joining me now is Jorge Pastor, who at the tender age of 18 is already making waves with his beautiful talent when it comes to playing tennis at Mttc Tennis Academy. Jorge, welcome. So happy to see you. You're wearing the signature color for the sport. How are you?
Thank you. I'm really happy. It's a pleasure to me be here with you, and really happy to be here.
We love to have you here, and I'm so honored that I'm able to talk to you. You're so young, but you are so incredibly talented, and the fact that you wanted to join us is really an honor for us. So I want to know everything about your journey. Like, how did it start? How long have you been living here in the States?
I mean, I started playing tennis at 8 years old, but I know the academy because I came here when I was 14 years old to play some tournaments, and I came for the academy for like 1 month, and then Gabriel gave me like the chance when I finished school in Colombia to come here. He gave me a scholarship to train here in the academy and to keep finding my dreams, keep looking for my improvement for the tennis, improving my life, improving in every aspect of my journey. Yeah. And
how are you liking it so far? Do you miss home?
Yeah, I miss home. I came here in February the last year, and I see my parents in November, the last year in Colombia, because I go over there to play a national tournament, and yeah, it's like 7 months without my parents, but it's my dream. It's my dream come here. It's my dream. Everything here. I have all the chances that I dreamed when I was a kid, and now I have the opportunity to train, to work, to learn every day, and yeah, I'm really happy, really happy.
That's beautiful, and the fact that you're also making sacrifices to make your dream work, that speaks volumes of you. So how did tennis fall into your lap? Was it your initiative? Was it your parents? How did that begin?
No, it's for me, because I started playing soccer, and then close to my home in Colombia, I see a tennis court. It was close to my home. It's like había una cancha de tenis cerca de mi casa, y todas las tardes yo iba a ver, simplemente a ver, y un día just decide to play and see what happened, and then I 10 years later I'm here in the States, like finding my dreams. Yeah.
So you just gave it a go that one day, and then serendipity, boom, you discovered that you were incredibly exceptional at tennis.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's just find and yeah. Now it's a big chance for me, because tennis give me like everything that I have right now. Tennis gives me like the chance to travel in all of the world. Tennis gives me the chance to come here. Tennis gives me the chance to study.
That's beautiful. Tennis has opened up the world for you. It's opened up a portal for you to explore other places and to surround yourself with so many incredible people. That's amazing. And finally, who's your favorite tennis player? Who do you look up to?
Right now it's there's Austrian guy. It's Dominic Thiem. You know, yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, hopefully, I'm sure that you're gonna follow in his footsteps. You're on the right direction. You're on the right path. And we're very thankful that you wanted to join us today. You're only 18, you have the whole life ahead of you. So keep moving, keep working for your dreams, keep doing what you're doing, and continue to have that beautiful mindset. Thank you so much. Where can we find you on social media?
On Instagram, jpastor851, and Facebook, Jorge Pastor Arrieta, and yeah.
I like the sound of that. J Pastor. I like it. J Pastor, thank you so much for joining us today. All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to be joined once again by Gabriel Nieto, the founder of Mttc Tennis Academy. We'll be right back.
We are the new kings, winning this fight tonight with our name lit.
Welcome back to LATV Fan Nation Quarantine Edition. Today is all about tennis, the white sport. And right now, joining me again is Gabriel Nieto, the founder of Mttc Tennis Academy in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Gabriel, we need to talk about the pink elephant in the room. You know it's all about the pandemic right now, and I am dying to know how COVID-19 has hit the academy. Are you still practicing?
At the beginning, it was a challenge because I think for everybody it was a surprise. For everybody it was something that you were not expecting. So we stopped. We stopped around mid-March, but we have the program. We try to do it exactly the way we're doing right now. By Zoom, we have exercise. Everybody was working from home, all the players at the same time. And then when we had the chance with one of the players, we cannot stop. The only reason why we cannot stop is because we have kids that have a rhythm of playing every day on a daily basis, 5-6 hours a day. So we found this court on one of the complex of one of the girls, and we decided to go in groups of 3, so that way we don't have that many people on court. And we train for about an hour and a half only. And then we have the other group, and then we just wait until about maybe June that they open the courts at the place that we work in Pembroke Pines with a protocol. We have to walk from, like, let's say the parking lot to the tennis court with a mask. And then at the court, it's only 3 people allowed with the coach. You know, tennis is a sport that allowed us to play because we are like 6 feet apart, even though you're on the same side of the court, and we have 78 feet, from baseline to baseline, so we have no problem playing. I think if you follow the instructions, if you do things right, if you try to maintain yourself calm and concentrate only what is important, your safety first, and trying to keep everybody safe, you can train and you can practice. So right now we have only 6 players in the morning. We practice all day from 8:30 to 3. We're together all the time, but separate because, of course, to keep the social distance. But we keep on training. We cannot stop, but with the precautions,
So Gabriel, what is in store for Mttc Academy in the future? What's your vision?
My vision from the beginning, since even when I was not in Mttc, when I was in California with those kids, is always to have tennis to people that don't have the opportunity to play. Not only here, but in Colombia. I have so many kids that I would love to help and bring them here, but I can't. It's impossible to help everybody. But my vision is my goal is to have a program that is supported by a private company in supporting kids that they cannot afford to pay a tennis lesson. My vision as a coach with a player is to have a dream of players, taking the opportunity like Jorge to come here, go to college, change a life, change their lives, their families. And I already have an example. Ricardo is one of the players that came with me for 6 months. He trained with me. He went to college. He was very successful in college. but the passion, his passion is tennis. His racket is his passion. So he came back to me, and now he works with me, but he still have a dream. We still have a dream with him. We're planning still when we can to go and play some, pro tournaments and try to, get on ranking and everything. But it's just to help as much kids as they can, and to make their dreams come true. At the end, if one of them become a pro and one of them become, a top player, it's a plus. But the beginning is just to help them.
Well, Gabriel, I commend you for taking this beautiful initiative, because it's also reflecting on people like Ricardo and Jorge. They have golden hearts, they're so passionate, they're so humble at what they do, and it wouldn't have been possible had it not been for your vision. So once again, congratulations. I'm sure there's so many positive things coming in store for Mttc Academy, and thank you for joining us today at Fan Nation. Finally, one last time, where can we find you? Social media, website?
Instagram is Mttc_tennis, and then the website is www.miamitennis, and it's .co. It's not com, it's co at the end. And then Facebook is Mttc Tennis only.
That's great, and hopefully we can play very soon, Guardian. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It was a pleasure.
That was it for today for LATV Fan Nation Quarantine Edition, Tennis Edition, which was such a delight. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on social media, LATV Networks on Instagram, LATV on Facebook, our website, and if you want to check all our episodes from LATV Fan Nation, go check our app. Thank you once again, and I will see you next week with more fun-filled content right here from home.